Good morning from another day in Agra. Yesterday we have explored the Taj Mahal. If you haven't seen that video, please be sure to check it out. And today will be all about other sites that Agra has to offer. Agra is a must-visit spot when doing the Golden Triangle route in India to see one of the most famous of the world's wonders, the Taj Mahal. But what else is there to do? If you follow Google's guidelines, it is the Agra Fort, and this is exactly where we are heading to explore. Hi, if we don't know each other yet, I'm Rita, and at the moment I'm traveling through the beautiful country of India, exploring sites, cities and sharing all my impressions and best recommendations here with you. We have now arrived to the Agra Fort, which is one of the main attractions in Agra. It is actually also UNESCO World Heritage, so should definitely be on your list when you visit Agra. The Agra Fort is nestled near the iconic Taj Mahal and is a fascinating piece of history. Built by Emperor Akbar in the 16th century, it began as a military structure. As time went on, especially under the reign of Shah Jahan, the same emperor who built the Taj Mahal, the fort transitioned into a royal residence, reflecting the luxurious taste of its occupants. As we are walking now through the Agra Fort, it becomes quite evident how huge this complex really is. And if you really want to learn about the details of it all and understand it in depth, it makes sense to take a guide, especially at a very affordable rate that it is. And when you enter the fort, there are a lot of people standing and offering their guided services. However, we didn't really connect with them, so we decided to take a tour by ourselves, and kind of regretting it at this point. You can read through Wikipedia and Google it a little bit to understand what it is that you're seeing, but really it is so huge, it just makes sense to take a guide here. But if you choose to not take a guide like I did, this info can be very helpful for you. Inside Agra Fort, the interiors are a showcase of Mughal luxury and artistry. The walls and ceilings are a canvas of intricate carvings, gemstone inlays and overall beautiful architecture, all coming together to create an exceptional atmosphere that stands as a prime example of Mughal architectural excellence. At the heart of the Agra Fort is the Diwan-i-Khas, which I'm probably completely mispronouncing, but it is a space that is as grand as it gets. Picture this: ornate pillars and walls covered in detailed art, all coming together in a room where the royals would gather for important events. It's like stepping into a scene of luxury and sophistication from centuries ago. The fort's design is smart too. There are courtyards and balconies placed just right, so you get a cool breeze flowing through and some amazing views of the Taj Mahal. If you're liking this video so far, make sure to hit that like button so that others can find it as well. And it also supports me and my videos. The level of detail here, just as in other monuments around India, is just mind-blowing. Like, look at that carving, look at that insane beauty that just preserves itself for hundreds and hundreds of years. And actually this one is a super cool gate. I assume they had a really good view of the city back then. See some nature, the traffic, everything that is happening around you. The mix of fancy design and smart layout makes Agra Fort more than just an old building. It's a perfect example of how the Mughals were not only about power, but also about style and clever architecture. Walking through it, you get a real sense of the luxury and thoughtfulness that went into creating such a place during the Mughal era. Now, while it was amazing to walk through the Agra Fort complex, what else is there to do in Agra? Let's get back to what Google says. The tomb, often called the Baby Taj, and I'm gonna stick to that name because I would probably mispronounce its original name, is a precursor to the Taj Mahal and a masterpiece in its own right. It's an early example of the beautiful Mughal architecture. In fact, it's a very popular spot to visit in Agra. However, we decided to not give it a go and instead go for the second time to the Taj Mahal. Because it's just so impressive. Why wouldn't you want to see it for a second time? Once you enter the Taj Mahal, you can kind of be overwhelmed with the beauty of it and you start taking lots and lots of pictures. But what are actually the best picture spots here? So let's explore that in that video. One of the things you can actually do here is hire a photographer. These people are gonna help you find a good position for yourself and also get that crowd-free picture for you. I think they even print the picture here as well, so you're gonna take your memory with you immediately, but definitely not a must. You can take pictures by yourself, and hopefully this video is gonna help you find the right spot for it. So, as you get closer to the Taj Mahal, you always have these parallel rows on which you have some benches. These are a good spot for sitting bench pictures, such as here or equivalent on the other side. And as you get closer, you will see more and more benches. They are very, very popular with the professional photographers that work here. They will sometimes ask you to leave the bench or tell you that there's a time restriction on them, but honestly, there is not, so take your time as much as you need. A very, very popular picture spot, as well as just next to the fountain on top of it, as well as next to the fountain of the Taj Mahal, or the little lake construction here.
Bye-bye!
This right here is one of my favorite picture spots. You have a little bit of a side view on the Taj. You're not exactly in the middle, but the good thing about it is there is a lawn in front of you which people cannot enter, so you will have nobody between you and the Taj. Once you walk to the mausoleum here on this path, you will be close up to the Taj Mahal, and it will give you a very different perspective to see it from here, as well as for your pictures. A really nice picture composition for you is if you combine the red stone that the guest house is made of, as well as the mosque, with the white mosaic of the Taj Mahal. And your best shot is actually if you come to the guest house, which is on the right hand side of the Taj Mahal, if you're thinking from the front perspective kind of. Here you can walk through the building and the arches, and you get those beautiful shots where you walk through the arch to the Taj Mahal. If you're on the other side, where there's also the entry to the mosaic, so the side of the mosque, it's actually not allowed to take pictures there within the building because it's an operating mosque. So it makes sense. Here on the guest house you can walk freely and take your time and your pictures. Around the Taj Mahal you have lots of architectural details which, if you're very close to them, make an awesome picture opportunity. And the guest house itself is also a really nice piece of architecture, so take your pictures with it as well. Once you leave the guest house and you walk down your path back to the entry, you will come across this fence here, again giving you an amazing opportunity to combine the reds and the whites. Don't forget about the gardens which you will find at the sidewalks to the Taj Mahal. From here you have an insane view with kind of the nature and then the Taj Mahal and the lawn in the background behind you. Leaving the Taj Mahal, quite sad. Now, our visit to the Taj Mahal might be over, but our day isn't yet. There's one more activity we want to do, so we are heading back to the hotel for a refresher and will then head out again. But seeing the markets that are distributed across Agra's roads is as colorful as it sounds. The fruits and veggies just pop out in color across the grayish architecture around, and it's so beautiful. Our evening activity was a visit to the local theatre. A really good evening activity in Agra is to visit the show Kalakriti, which is something between a musical / performance or theatre. A lot of dancing with Bollywood style music and traditional outfits depicting the story of the Taj Mahal. And I feel like knowing this love story with so much images now in my head gives seeing it in person way more meaning. And actually here in the show you even see the replica of the Taj Mahal, which took 10 years to build, so just a little less than the real Taj Mahal. That's the beautiful outfit that you will see in the show. The women are so beautifully dressed. And these are the male outfits that you will see in the show. Really nice to see the traditional outfits. And just like that, the show ended, and for us it was time to head back to the hotel. Whenever you order an Uber or a tuk-tuk here in India, it comes with a one-time passcode, which the driver asks for before they start to drive, and only if you give them the code they can actually see your destination and can confirm that you are actually who you are, which is super cool. We headed straight to bed because tomorrow we have a very exciting day ahead of us. We continue the Golden Triangle route to Jaipur. And Jaipur will be the city that I'll explore with you in my next video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button to not miss it, and I'll see you in the next one.